Once you do this a few times, it gets so much easier. Well, what's up, baes? Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and of course welcome if you are new here. So as you can tell from today's title, we're doing a little bit of a tutorial. I don't think I've done a tutorial before. I guess you could count that one video, but anyway, we're gonna do a tutorial. This is how I do my messy bun. This is not it. This is just something I threw together, but this is on an old silk press. This technique you can use even if your hair is natural. You'll still do all of the steps. You'll just have to tuck your hair a little bit differently, but it honestly really just depends on how you like to do your messy bun or how you prefer for it to look. But I'm just going to go through how I personally do my messy buns when my silk presses get old, or when I do have my natural hair and I want kind of a cute little messy look. I do have to shout out my friend Brittany. She taught this technique to me like years ago when we were like in middle school, or actually it was high school. We didn't go to middle school together. So Britt, if you end up watching this video, shout out to you, because I still do my messy buns the way that you taught me. But anyway, enough of all of my talking. Let's get right on into today's video. So first things first, obviously take down this hair. So like I said, this is an old silk press. This is actually my last day with this silk press. So it's about a month old. I'm getting braids, so I mean, I'm going to need to wash it and everything. So you can see that there's built up, the edges have built up. So kind of ignore that, just from like gel and stuff that I've used. But I'm just kind of loosening this up because I need to be able to put it back into the ponytail. Okay, so I have one of these brushes, forgot what these are called. So instead of like combing through it, I'm using this instead. And then I am going to, oops, I forgot I had a clip in the back. And honestly, because it's a little older silk press, like I probably would go ahead and suggest just putting a little bit of water, because if you're doing it when it's old, then at this point I don't care about the edges and all of that, because I'm just going to end up putting some gel on it and putting it up anyway. So that's the main thing, is basically just getting it into a ponytail first, and then we'll work on the bun. So again, just take your brush, or even if you're using a comb, you just want to make sure you get all of the bumps out of your hair. So that's what I'm doing here. Okay. So then I'm going to take my gel of choice, which today we're going to use Eco. Now again, like I told you guys, this is on an old silk press. So Eco is water-based. So obviously if I would not be using this, I would just be using like some regular edge control if this was a semi-new silk press, right? Because otherwise, like, your edges are probably not gonna, they're gonna curl up most likely after using this. But I just needed to, I'm using it to lay my edges down. So I'm just gonna put this along the edges. Doesn't have to be an insane amount. Oop. And then flip it over and put a little bit on the back. Now, I don't really leave edges out because honestly, y'all, I don't really know how to do edges very well. That's just me. So I usually like have to kind of bend down when I'm doing my ponytails just to get them just right. And personally, I like my buns high. So I'm gonna put this pretty high up, okay? And just that quick, I lost my ponytail holder. Oh, there it is. Okay. So put your ponytail holder on here. And you don't want to do it too tight, but you do want it to hold, okay? So now that the pony is done, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab either a hair wrap or a do-rag, and I'm gonna lay these edges down. Now in this case, you might have some of your edges out in order for you to use your edge control at the end to lay down your edges. So because it's like wet, I need to lay this down, and then by the time I'm finished with my messy bun, everything should be nice, dry, and laid down. So yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna use a do-rag to like lay it down, which you can use whatever you normally use to like lay your edges. You can use this, but you just don't want to make, you want to make sure that it is not covering this top part, because you can do everything as long as it's not covering the top part. You can do everything while still having your edges laid down. So just want to make sure that I'm not covering that piece of my hair that I'm gonna need to basically use for the messy bun. Okay, so now we're finally ready to get started. Now once you do this a few times, it gets so much easier. Well, okay, be gentle with your hair, y'all. As y'all can see, these ends are frizzy. I live in South Florida and it is hurricane season, so that's that. So the ends are done for, so it's no more laying, it's no more straight hair, it's just buns and ponytails and things. So anyway, sorry, I didn't explain what I'm doing, but basically you want to have a center. So you're gonna spread out your hair. And like I said, this goes much, much quicker once you have done this a few times. And now you need another ponytail holder, which I probably should have said in the beginning that you need 2 ponytail holders, but go ahead and grab one. Now I have one that is kind of big, but it's the first one I could find, so I'm just going to wrap it around twice. You're gonna put it around your hand like this, and you're gonna legit grab all of this hair into your other hand. And again, it just takes a little bit of practice, but you'll get it. And you'll see that you're able to grab it up like this. And then essentially, you're gonna wrap, all you're gonna do is wrap your ponytail holder around all of this. And you want it to kind of bud out like a flower. That's gonna give it that really cute, messy look. Okay. Now, what you can do after that is you can like pull your strands. Like if you want it a little bit more even around, like you can pull the strands out a little bit more. That also will make it look more full as well, if you like the more full look. Now, what do we do with all this extra hair? We're actually gonna tuck that. So you're gonna need some bobby pins, or you could just use some clips. Again, this is a messy bun, so it's not supposed to be perfect. So all you'll do is basically just take this excess hair and you're gonna just wrap it around. Keep wrapping it. And if you wrap it around like multiple times, you shouldn't need a ton of bobby pins. But essentially, you're just going to tuck that excess hair. If you need to do it from the back, you can, if you have any excess hair. But honestly, you guys see, I wrapped it around one good time, so that way I didn't even have to put a whole bunch of bobby pins in it. And then you can still like pull and tug a little bit in order for it to flare out how you want it. At this point, your hair should be pretty laid down. If not, for the purposes of this video, we're just gonna go ahead and still take it down so you guys can see what it looks like at the very end. Okay, so as you can tell, this is a little bit neater than a traditional messy bun, but I like it this way because I can dress this up. I can go to the gym with this. I love this look. I love how full my hair looks as well. You know, you can see that I don't really have like a lot of gaps and stuff like that. But then obviously you have the option of going back and laying your edges, which I didn't really like leave any edges out to lay, but this is at the point that you would want to do that. And then you can just take your do-rag or whatever you use to lay your edges and lay those bad boys down. Put the do-rag back on, because as you can see, I'm kind of messing it up. So at this point, I would want to put my do-rag back on. Or sometimes what I do, I may take a little clip, like one of these, and like more of a black one, not this one where it's going to stand out, and just take that little excess hair and clip it there. But in most cases, I would just lay down everything so that it's nice and slick. So you see my edges are out a little bit because I didn't leave the do-rag on that long in order to lay down everything. But yeah, so that's it. That is my messy bun tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like it, comment down below, and of course, click that subscribe button, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.